Hi, I'm Botanic Explorer, and a few months ago I decided to quit my job to travel the world and become a travel blogger. But there's a plot twist. I'll be going on a date with a guy in each city where he'll show me around, take me to his favorite spots, and discuss LGBTQ+ issues. Did you ever dream of traveling the world, of learning from people's life stories, and of having a great time while doing so? Then come and join me on this amazing journey. Hey guys, I'm Botanic Explorer and we're on our way to Australia, Sydney. So I'm super excited, very pumped about it. I'm gonna get there a little bit late, but that's so good. I'm staying with a friend of mine that I actually met him at Burning Man, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I still don't have a date, so I'm hoping he's gonna hook me up with someone. And if not, I'm pretty sure, well, I'll just have to get social at the bars and meet people around. I normally introduce the guy a little bit or say like intro video or whatever, but I don't know who he is, so intro video of the guy I don't know.
Hey, I'm Cameron, I'm 25 years old and I've lived in Sydney for most of my life. I work as a video producer and one of my favourite things about Sydney is the amount of nature that is everywhere. And I'm really excited to show Bullheart around.
So guys, meet Cameron.
Hey, it's me, Cameron.
He's gonna be my Sydney date. Cameron's gonna tour us around a little bit Sydney. He's gonna be our guide for the day. And I think first we're gonna walk to the Sydney Opera House, which is just over there.
Just behind us.
Look at us, we're both with white t-shirts.
Matching outfit.
Yeah!
Couple outfit.
First day, couple outfit, yeah. Where's my date? There he is. So that's a museum of contemporary art and it's actually free, most of the exhibitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been this?
Yeah. It used to be in that yellow building. It's a really old one.
Okay.
But then they built this new one, and if you can see, they put paper over all the windows and nothing happens inside that huge building.
Okay,
so
yeah.
it's kind of creepy, and everyone's like, why is it closed? My friend worked there once, and apparently people say there's like a ghost in there.
Ooh.
And there's like some security footage that comes up, and there's this lady that walks down a hall all the time, but no one's allowed to tell anyone. Isn't that weird? I don't know. She was a really dumb person though, so she could have just believed.
Don't say that on camera. Anyways, apparently there may be a ghost in the museum. Let's go to the Sydney Opera House now. So we're here at the Sydney Opera House, finally. He was telling me a little bit of the facts about it, but if you want to tell them as well.
It's meant to be based on a walnut.
On a walnut?
So it's meant to be like this, have like really big sails.
Anyway, so we're here at the Botanical Gardens, strolling around. So I have a friend that he came to the Botanical Gardens here and he climbed like one of the trees and he got like this huge rash on his leg and he went to the doctor and they're like, oh, it's poison ivy that you have.
Oh,
and he's
really?
like, why? But you don't have this in Sydney, like in Australia.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yes, but maybe you went like somewhere else and you got it. And he's like, oh no, the Botanical Gardens. So when you come here, don't climb a tree.
Just don't touch nature in Australia.
Exactly.
It will kill you.
So after a walk at the Botanical Park, we decided to be a little bit lazy and sit down. We've been walking a lot already. Not really.
We walked like 5 minutes.
No, but actually everything's quite close to the ferry port. Like you have the Harbour Bridge on one side, then you have the Sydney Opera House on the other, and then just beside it you have the Botanical Garden and everything. So the CBD, it's quite condensed.
It's really small.
Yeah, I like it, it's cute. But then you have like all the suburbs as well.
Yeah, I think Sydney has one of the biggest urban sprawls for cities.
Then I have this question that I pop to every guy I go on a date with. How is it to be gay in Sydney or in Australia?
I think for Australia, it's really 50-50. 50% of the Australian population live in either Sydney or Melbourne. I think a lot of other countries, there are a few cities and then small towns outside that city. So if you live in Sydney or Melbourne, because it's so concentrated and there's so many people, I think it's pretty progressive. Melbourne especially, Melbourne's really big on queer rights and trans rights. And they have a lot of stuff even in that school curriculum. Yeah, it's really cool. But then if you live outside of those cities, which is like the other 50%, you're essentially in a small town of people that don't really accept anything different, I think.
And right now you're going through the yes or no for...
Yeah, for marriage equality.
Yeah. So everyone has voted already, and now you're planning to see the final call. Like, what are the results are going to be, and I think that comes out in November.
But it's kind of weird because it's not legally binding. What's happening is the government at the moment is really conservative. What they're doing at the moment is mostly so that he can say, I want gay marriage to happen, and other different individual people can say, I want gay marriage to happen. So they save their reputation a little bit. But then once everyone puts their vote through and it seems like the politicians have fought for gay marriage to happen, the survey goes nowhere, and then they'll just say something happened and they don't make it happen. So it's more of a way for individual politicians to save their face.
Well, hopefully it happens and it provides the rights for marriage equality to everybody. Like, if you walk around Sydney right now, you would see like flags everywhere promoting marriage equality. You'll see people walking around like giving pamphlets, banners everywhere, and also like even corporate buildings, they have like their lights around the building, like they light up as a gay flag. So
yeah, a lot of businesses around Sydney are very gay supportive, and then every year there's Mardi Gras, which is like our big gay festival. And basically every business in Sydney puts like a stall up and marches through and like support of gay rights.
That's good.
So it's a pretty gay city.
Yeah,
it's a lot of gayness.
So hopefully we get the marriage equality.
Yeah, hopefully. It'll have to happen eventually.
Yeah, so let's see, fingers crossed for November. So guys, something you should know that may be not very common to everybody is that they actually drive on the other side on the road here than to what they do in Spain, for example, or major European countries.
Here's a guy with a leaf on his dick.
Yeah. You cannot see it, it's covered.
Cut or uncut?
How is it in Australia? Are they cut or uncut normally? I know, for example, in Spain, the majority are uncut.
Yeah, here I'd say uncut mostly.
Yeah?
I don't know. Very wide demographic in Sydney.
Yeah, true.
All the different areas are really different.
Yeah, I guess Spain majority is uncut, but then obviously you get cut for medical reasons or families that they wanted to for religious purposes.
Just so you know, Australia has no official language. English is only a default language.
Oh, really?
So people down where I live, a lot of people get jobs in Mandarin or Cantonese coming straight from China.
Whoa,
they don't have to learn English. So where I live, like, we had to learn Mandarin in high school to be able to speak to people. I can't speak it, but a lot of the people there would just speak to in Mandarin, and then in the West there's a lot of Arabic. I mean, I think they're trying to make English an official language now, because now if you do a citizenship test you have to do it in English.
Yeah. We made it to the town hall, and as you can see it's a beautiful building, and it's even more beautiful because it has the gay flag waving over there. It has a little bit more of glamour and fierceness to it this time. And then we're just gonna quickly see Queen Victoria building, which is just beside it. It's a beautiful building, and apparently they wanted to throw down at some point.
Yeah, they were knocking down all of the old Victorian buildings in Sydney to make way for big skyscrapers.
And luckily they didn't.
And then everyone protested and stood on top of the Queen Victoria building. Said don't do that.
So the Queen Victoria building is literally just over there. So we're gonna go a little bit closer. This is crazy beautiful. Do you play the piano? Let's see.
This could be really bad. the rest of it.
Nice. So after checking the beautiful building inside and out, now we're gonna head to Surry Hills, our final destination, to see a few more waving flags over there.
And here's Queen Victoria.
So guys, we're back at Hyde Park now, and this is the other end from where we're coming, where we have the town hall, etc. Then you cross a little bit and you reach over here, and over there we have Surry Hills. And actually we have a war memorial. I think this is for World War I and II, I believe.
Yeah, just all of them.
Yeah.
All stuff together.
Just put them all in one.
Just, you know,
Yeah.
didn't have the budget for separate ones, so we just crammed them all into one.
Officially in the neighborhood. We see a lot of gay flags around, a lot of sexy guys as well, a lot of underwear stores,
A lot of really gross upstairs.
That's where people go get naughty.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Stonewall. This is actually where I came and partied last Saturday. There's a lot of mix of different type of guys and girls, and then it has like different floors with different musics, and Arc is like up the road, right?
Yeah, Arc is around the corner.
So this is a street where you're gonna meet guys for friendship or for more, whatever you're looking for.
I remember when I moved to Madrid and I told someone my name was Cameron, and they were like, oh, that means shrimp. I was like, oh.
Camarón. We have here.
Oh my god.
It's bird poo.
Did I just wipe myself on bird poo?
You did.
How did that happen? Oh my god, it's so contained in the one place too. Did a bird show me, or did I... Because it's not smudged, like it's a full poop. It's a full solid poop.
Poop jokes apart.
Poop joke.
No.
Are we on fetishes?
No, we're not on fetishes. We're at a park in the middle of the gay area, and I think that's one of the smartest things we've done. It's full of hot guys walking their dogs, so that's definitely a must-do when you're here at Sydney. Just go to a park, a gay park, sit down,
Rent
and
a dog so that you can converse.
and watch the guys pass by. Hi, I'm Borja the Gay Explorer, and if you like this video, remember to click like, comment below, or subscribe. If you want to explore more, then go check out my channel and follow me on social media. Thanks for watching!